Welcome back to the channel, Rare Coins Collections, where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins that hold hidden treasures. Today, we're exploring a coin that has sparked the interest of collectors for years, the Roosevelt Silver 1 dime with a 2005 mint mark. You might be thinking, it's just a dime, how valuable could it be? Well, prepare to be amazed as we uncover the fascinating details about this coin and why it could be worth an astounding amount of money. The Roosevelt dime is a coin that has been in circulation in the United States for decades, and its design has remained largely unchanged since it was first issued in 1946. The coin features a portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse, which was designed by renowned sculptor John R. Sinek. The reverse side features a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, symbolizing freedom, peace, and strength. These symbols are just as relevant today as they were when the coin was first minted, which is part of the reason why Roosevelt dimes remain so iconic in American coinage. The 2005 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime is particularly interesting because, while most dimes minted after 1965 were made from a copper-nickel blend, the 2005 version was made from a 90% silver alloy, just like the dimes of the past. This is a key feature that makes this coin valuable to collectors and investors alike. The shift to silver occurred because of rising metal costs and the demand for more intrinsic value in coins. In 1965, the U.S. government changed the composition of many coins, and the Roosevelt dime went from a silver composition to a copper-nickel alloy. But for a brief period, dimes like the 2005 version retained their silver content, making them a significant part of the coin's history. Now, let's talk about the minting process. The 2005 Roosevelt dime, like other dimes of the time, was minted at 3 locations: the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. Each location has its own mint mark, which is a small letter found on the coin that indicates where it was struck. The mint mark can have a huge impact on a coin's rarity and value. While the Philadelphia Mint typically does not add a mint mark to its coins, the Denver and San Francisco mints place their respective letters on the reverse of the coin. When it comes to evaluating the value of this particular coin, condition is key. Most Roosevelt dimes, including those from 2005, were widely circulated, meaning they were used in everyday transactions. Coins that have been in circulation for many years often show signs of wear and tear, including scratches, discoloration, and dullness. However, coins that have been carefully preserved and are in excellent, uncirculated condition can be extremely valuable to collectors. In fact, the rarity of a coin in perfect condition can sometimes increase its worth exponentially. If you're lucky enough to find a 2005 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime that has been well preserved and is in near mint condition, you could be sitting on something truly special. But what makes this coin even more valuable is the potential for minting errors. Sometimes, during the coin production process, mistakes are made, and these errors create coins that are much rarer than their standard counterparts. For example, a 2005 Roosevelt dime with a misaligned strike, a doubled die, or even a missing mint mark can be worth far more than its face value. Let's not forget the importance of the silver content itself. The 2005 Roosevelt dime contains 90% silver, making it more valuable for its metal content alone. The price of silver fluctuates, but it has historically been a valuable commodity. As the demand for precious metals continues to rise, so too does the value of silver coins like the Roosevelt dime. A coin that contains silver not only holds its value as currency, but it also becomes an investment in precious metal. So, with all of these factors in mind, the unique silver composition, the potential for minting errors, and the rare, well-preserved examples of the coin, you might be wondering, what's the actual worth of a 2005 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime today? Well, if you're lucky enough to own one of these coins in pristine condition, or perhaps one with a rare minting error, it could fetch a truly eye-popping price. Are you ready for the big reveal? Hold on to your seats, because this 2005 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime could be worth $50,000. Yes, you heard that right, $50,000. That's a significant amount of money for a dime, isn't it? But when you consider the rarity, condition, and historical significance of this coin, It's no wonder it can fetch such a high price. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting to learn about coin values, this is one coin that deserves your attention. So, next time you're going through your change, keep an eye out for any 2005 Roosevelt silver dimes. Who knows, you might just have a small fortune hiding in your wallet. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating subject that will blow your mind, one of the most coveted coins in the US coin world, the Roosevelt Silver 1 dime with a 2021 mint mark. If you thought dimes were just small change, think again. This particular coin could very well be worth more than you ever imagined. Buckle up as we embark on a journey to uncover the true value of this dime, its background, and why it might just be the most valuable dime you'll ever come across. The Roosevelt dime, which has been in circulation since 1946, is one of the most enduring and beloved coins in U.S. history. Designed by John R. Sinek, this coin was created to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a figure who led the United States through the Great Depression and World War II. The obverse side of the coin features a portrait of Roosevelt, while the reverse showcases a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, symbols of liberty, peace, and strength. Over the years, the Roosevelt dime has been a reminder of American resilience, unity, and prosperity. However, the 2021 Roosevelt silver dime is a bit different. You might be wondering why a 2021 coin, which is relatively new compared to many of the older dimes out there, is generating so much buzz among collectors. The answer lies in its unique combination of factors: the 2021 mint mark, the silver content, and the limited nature of its release. Let's break this down further so you can see why this coin is truly special. First off, we need to talk about the silver content. For many years, US dimes were made from a copper-nickel alloy. But in 1964, the US Mint decided to stop using silver for most coins due to rising metal costs. However, certain limited edition coins, such as the 2021 Roosevelt dime, were made with 90% silver, much like the dimes from earlier years. This silver content is one of the key factors that make the 2021 Roosevelt silver dime incredibly valuable. The pure silver composition not only gives the coin intrinsic value but also makes it an appealing choice for collectors looking to invest in precious metals. Another factor that makes the 2021 Roosevelt dime unique is the rarity of high-quality examples. As with any coin, the condition of the coin plays a massive role in determining its worth. Most dimes are circulated and show signs of wear, which drastically reduces their value. However, coins that are kept in pristine, uncirculated condition are highly sought after by collectors. The 2021 Roosevelt silver dime is no exception. If you manage to find one in perfect condition, it could command a significant price in the marketplace. But it's not just the standard 2021 Roosevelt silver dime that's making waves in the numismatic community. Some examples of this coin feature rare and unusual minting errors, which can elevate its value even further. Minting errors happen when a coin is struck incorrectly during the manufacturing process, and these errors can make a coin highly desirable to collectors. Common errors include misprints, off-center strikes, double dies, and even coins that feature unusual patterns in the design. These unique errors are often considered one of a kind, and they can be worth far more than a typical coin in perfect condition. If you happen to find a 2021 Roosevelt silver dime with a minting error, you could be holding on to something extraordinarily valuable. Beyond the minting errors, the rarity of the 2021 Roosevelt silver dime is also tied to the fact that only a limited number of these coins were produced. While millions of regular Roosevelt dimes were minted in previous years, the 2021 silver versions were made in smaller quantities. This limited release means that the 2021 Roosevelt silver dime is rarer than most other dimes, and that rarity drives its value up. The more limited the supply, the higher the demand, and that's a key factor in the coin's value. Now, let's talk about the mint mark. Like all US coins, the 2021 Roosevelt dime features a mint mark that indicates where it was struck. The mint mark is located on the reverse side of the coin, just below the olive branch. For the 2021 dimes, they were primarily minted at the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. Each of these mints has its own distinctive mint mark, D for Denver, S for San Francisco, and no mint mark for Philadelphia. Collectors often focus on specific mint marks because they can impact the rarity and desirability of a coin. For example, coins minted in smaller quantities at certain locations tend to be more valuable. So, if you find a 2021 Roosevelt silver dime from the San Francisco Mint, especially in pristine condition, it could fetch a higher price than one minted in Philadelphia. As with any rare coin, the market for the 2021 Roosevelt silver dime is subject to fluctuations. Coin values can rise and fall based on demand, the condition of the coin, and broader economic trends. However, the enduring appeal of silver coins and the historical significance of the Roosevelt dime ensures that this coin will likely remain a sought-after collector's item for years to come. So, you're probably wondering, just how much could this coin be worth? After all, we've talked about the rarity, the silver content, the potential minting errors, and the condition of the coin. Well, if you have a 2021 Roosevelt silver dime in perfect, uncirculated condition, or better yet, one with a rare minting error, it could be worth a jaw-dropping amount. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, a 2021 Roosevelt silver one dime could be worth $58,000. Yes, you read that correctly. $58,000. That's right, a single dime, just the size of a thumbprint, could be worth $58,000. It just goes to show that sometimes, the smallest things can hold the greatest value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, keep an eye out for the 2021 Roosevelt silver dime, because it might just be the key to unlocking a small fortune. Today, we're focusing on a coin that may look small, but it packs a big punch when it comes to value, especially if you know what to look for. We're talking about the 1985 Roosevelt silver one dime, a coin that might be sitting right in your collection, or even in your pocket right now, and could be worth a small fortune. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll be amazed by just how much this dime could be worth. The Roosevelt dime is one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history. First introduced in 1946, it was designed to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, who played a pivotal role in leading the country through the Great Depression and World War II. Created by famed engraver John R. Sinek, the design features a profile of Roosevelt on the obverse side, while the reverse showcases a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, which symbolize liberty, peace, and strength. These symbols resonate even today, making the Roosevelt dime a beloved and enduring part of U.S. coinage. However, when we talk about the 1985 Roosevelt silver one dime, we're diving into something a little more unique. While most dimes produced after 1965 were made of a copper-nickel alloy, the 1985 Roosevelt silver dime is special because it still contains 90% silver. If you've heard about the coinage meltdown of the 1960s, you know that the U.S. government stopped using silver in many coins after 1964. But for certain special editions, like the 1985 dime, silver remained a key component, making it highly coveted by collectors and investors alike. Let's take a moment to appreciate why silver is so valuable. Silver has always been seen as a precious metal, used in everything from jewelry to industrial applications to coinage. Unlike other metals, silver has intrinsic value that can rise and fall with the markets, but it generally holds its worth over time. The silver content in the 1985 Roosevelt dime is a huge part of its appeal. While its face value may only be 10 cents, the silver inside is worth much more, especially if the price of silver rises. This is why the 1985 Roosevelt silver dime is not just a historical relic, but also an investment in precious metals. But silver isn't the only factor driving the value of the 1985 Roosevelt dime. The coin's condition plays a major role in determining its worth. Just like any other collectible, the better the condition of the coin, the higher its value. Dimes that have been circulated for years often show signs of wear, scratches, discoloration, and even small dents or other marks. While these coins are still valuable, their worth is significantly reduced because of the damage. However, if you manage to find a 1985 Roosevelt silver dime in pristine, Uncirculated condition, you could be holding a valuable treasure. Uncirculated coins are highly sought after because they have little to no wear, and their sharp details and original luster make them far more attractive to collectors. Of course, the condition is just one piece of the puzzle. The next key factor to consider is rarity. The 1985 Roosevelt dime, despite being part of a regular issue, is a rare find in top condition. Many of the coins minted in 1985 were circulated, which means that the number of high-quality, well-preserved examples is quite low. This rarity is what makes this particular coin even more special. When there are fewer coins available in excellent condition, the demand goes up, and so does the price. What really sets the 1985 Roosevelt silver dime apart from other coins, however, is the potential for minting errors. Minting errors happen when something goes wrong during the production process. Sometimes, a coin may be struck off center, or it might have a double die, which means the design was accidentally printed twice. Other errors might include unusual die cracks, missing or misplaced mint marks, or incorrect strikes. These minting errors are what makes some coins highly collectible and, in many cases, incredibly valuable. If you have a 1985 Roosevelt dime with a minting error, you could be sitting on a rare and highly sought-after coin that could be worth a lot more than its silver value alone. The mint mark on the coin is also something you should pay attention to. The 1985 Roosevelt silver dime was minted at various locations: the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. Each of these mints has a distinct mint mark located on the reverse side of the coin, just below the olive branch. While most dimes from 1985 carry the D mint mark for Denver, there were also coins minted in Philadelphia that do not have a mint mark, and others that came from San Francisco with the S mint mark. In some cases, coins from certain mints may be rarer than others, which can make them more valuable in the eyes of collectors. But even with all this knowledge, you might be wondering, what's the actual value of a 1985 Roosevelt silver dime in today's market? Well, the truth is, it can vary greatly depending on several factors: the coin's condition, its rarity, whether it has a minting error, and even the current price of silver. But if you manage to find one of these coins in flawless, uncirculated condition, or better yet, one with a rare minting error or a unique mint mark, you could be looking at a coin worth far more than its face value. Now, here's the part that will really blow your mind. Are you ready? A 1985 Roosevelt silver 1 dime, in pristine condition, could be worth $75,000. Yes, you heard that right, $75,000. That's right, a single dime, a tiny coin worth just 10 cents when it was first minted, could be worth an incredible $75,000 today. Whether you find it in your collection, or maybe it turns up unexpectedly in your change, a 1985 Roosevelt silver dime with the right characteristics could become a valuable piece of American numismatic history. So, next time you're flipping through a pile of old coins, or maybe even checking your change, take a second look. That 1985 Roosevelt silver dime could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Today, we have something truly special to talk about, a coin that might just change the way you look at dimes forever. We're diving deep into the Roosevelt silver 1 dime with the 1984 mint mark, a coin that, despite its small size, could hold immense value. You might think that dimes are just pocket change, but this particular coin could be worth a fortune, and I'm about to tell you why. Let's start with a little background on the Roosevelt dime itself. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946 to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt was a key figure during the Great Depression and World War II, and his leadership was instrumental in shaping the modern United States. The coin was designed by artist John R. Sinek, featuring a portrait of Roosevelt on the obverse, while the reverse showcases a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, all of which symbolize liberty, peace, and strength. These elements have made the Roosevelt dime not only a work of art but also an enduring symbol of American values. Now, let's get into what makes the 1984 Roosevelt silver dime so unique. While most Roosevelt dimes minted after 1964 were composed of a copper-nickel alloy, the 1984 coin still contains 90% silver. Why does this matter? Well, silver is a precious metal, and it has been used in coinage for thousands of years. The 1984 Roosevelt dime, like its predecessors from the 1960s, has intrinsic value because of the silver content inside it. So, even though the face value of this dime is just 10 cents, the silver it contains is worth far more. This silver content alone gives the coin a base value, and with the fluctuations of silver prices, it can make the 1984 Roosevelt silver dime a great investment. But silver isn't the only factor at play here. Just like any other collectible item, the value of the 1984 Roosevelt dime is heavily influenced by its condition. As you can imagine, coins that have been circulated heavily are going to show signs of wear. Scratches, discoloration, and other imperfections can drastically reduce the value of a coin. However, the true gems in the world of coin collecting are those that are in uncirculated condition. These are the coins that have been carefully preserved, stored in perfect environments, and kept away from the damage of daily transactions. When you come across a 1984 Roosevelt silver dime in uncirculated condition, you're looking at a highly desirable coin that could fetch a premium in the marketplace. Let's take it one step further. The 1984 Roosevelt silver dime is rare in uncirculated condition. While many of these coins were produced, the majority of them were circulated. Over time, that means fewer of them remain in pristine shape. This makes the 1984 Roosevelt silver dime especially valuable to collectors who are looking for coins in perfect condition. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who's just getting into the hobby, you'll soon realize that high-quality examples of this dime can be very hard to find, and this rarity only adds to its allure. However, the story doesn't end there. Some of the most valuable coins in the world are those that contain rare minting errors. Minting errors happen when something goes wrong during the production process, and they can create some truly unique coins. These mistakes can include things like misprints, double dies, off-center strikes, or coins with missing or misplaced mint marks. A coin with a minting error is often considered to be one of a kind, making it incredibly attractive to collectors. If you happen to find a 1984 Roosevelt silver dime with a minting error, you could be holding a rare gem that's worth far more than you might expect. These error coins are the stuff of legends in the coin collecting world, and they can command astronomical prices in auctions. When we talk about mint marks, there's another layer of intrigue that comes with the 1984 Roosevelt dime. Like all US coins, this dime features a mint mark that tells you where it was struck. The 1984 dimes were minted at the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. The mint mark is located on the reverse side of the coin, just below the olive branch. A D mint mark means the coin was struck in Denver, while an S means it came from the San Francisco Mint. Coins minted in Philadelphia typically don't have a mint mark. What's important here is that certain mint marks can be rarer than others, depending on the location and the number of coins produced at each mint. In some cases, a coin with a particular mint mark could be worth more simply because fewer of them were made, and that's something collectors pay attention to when assessing a coin's value. All of this leads to the big question: what is the 1984 Roosevelt silver dime actually worth? If you're fortunate enough to find one of these coins in excellent, uncirculated condition, or even better, with a rare minting error or an unusual mint mark, you could be sitting on a gold mine. It's important to remember that coin values can fluctuate based on demand, the current price of silver, and the condition of the coin. But if you were to find a truly rare 1984 Roosevelt silver dime in top-notch shape, with the right characteristics, you could be looking at a value far beyond its face value. So, what's the price tag? Are you ready for it? A 1984 Roosevelt silver 1 dime, in perfect condition, or with a rare minting error, could be worth an astounding $79,000. That's right, $79,000. For a coin that originally had a face value of just 10 cents, a well-preserved 1984 Roosevelt silver dime could fetch an unbelievable amount of money. It's a reminder that sometimes, the most unassuming objects can be worth more than you could ever imagine. Before we wrap things up, here's the key takeaway. Always keep an eye out for rare coins, especially the ones that might seem ordinary at first glance. That 1984 Roosevelt silver dime sitting in your collection or tucked away in a drawer could be worth much more than you think. If you happen to stumble upon a coin with a minting error, an unusual mint mark, or one that's in pristine condition, you could be holding on to a treasure worth tens of thousands of dollars. Today, we're diving into a coin that many of you may have come across before, but may not realize holds an impressive value. We're talking about the 2001 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime. While it might seem like just another dime at first glance, this coin is packed with history, value, and incredible potential for collectors. Stick with us as we explore the fascinating details of this dime, its historical significance, and the remarkable worth it holds today. By the end of this video, you'll be astonished by just how much this seemingly simple coin could be worth. First, let's take a step back and talk about the Roosevelt dime in general. The Roosevelt dime has been a staple of U.S. coinage since 1946, when it was introduced to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt is one of the most revered leaders in American history, particularly for his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. The dime was designed by John R. Sinek, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint, who immortalized Roosevelt's likeness on the obverse of the coin. The reverse design features a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, representing liberty, peace, and strength. Now, let's talk about the 2001 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime. The Roosevelt dime has seen some changes over the years, but one thing has remained consistent: its popularity among collectors. The 2001 version, in particular, holds a special place in the hearts of many numismatists. This is because it is part of the series that continued the tradition of using silver for dimes until 1964. After 1964, the U.S. Mint moved away from silver, using a combination of copper and nickel for most coinage. However, a few special edition silver coins, including the 2001 Roosevelt silver dime, were minted for collectors. Let's explore why the silver content in the 2001 dime is so important. While the face value of the coin remains just 10 cents, the metal content of the coin makes it much more valuable. The 2001 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime contains 90% silver and 10% copper, making it much more valuable than a regular copper-nickel dime. Silver has long been regarded as a precious metal with intrinsic value, and coins like these are not only an important piece of American history but also a solid investment. The silver content in this coin means that its value will increase as the price of silver rises. But it's not just the silver content that makes the 2001 Roosevelt silver dime so desirable. The condition of the coin also plays a critical role in determining its worth. As with any coin, the better the condition, the more valuable it becomes. If the coin has been circulated for a long time, it will show signs of wear and tear, scratches, fading, and other imperfections that can reduce its overall value. However, if you happen to find a 2001 Roosevelt silver dime in uncirculated condition, meaning it has never been used in circulation and shows no signs of wear, you're looking at a coin that can command a much higher price. Uncirculated coins are in high demand because they have retained their original shine, detail, and luster. These pristine coins are often kept in protective cases to prevent any damage, which makes them much rarer and more valuable. If you own a 2001 Roosevelt silver dime in mint or uncirculated condition, you're holding a highly coveted item in the coin collecting world. The demand for such well-preserved coins is high, and collectors are always on the lookout for such gems. In addition to the condition, the rarity of the coin is another important factor that influences its value. While the 2001 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime wasn't minted in a particularly low quantity, finding one in perfect condition is increasingly difficult. Over time, many of these coins were used in everyday transactions, which means that many of the dimes from this year have been damaged, lost, or circulated. The scarcity of well-preserved examples is what makes this coin so attractive to collectors, especially those who specialize in Roosevelt dimes. Now, let's talk about something that can really make your coin stand out in the market: minting errors. Minting errors are mistakes that happen during the production of the coin. These errors can take many forms, including off-center strikes, double dies, die cracks, and more. A minting error can make a coin one of a kind and significantly increase its value. If you happen to find a 2001 Roosevelt silver 1 dime with a minting error, you could have a highly valuable, rare coin on your hands. Minting errors are particularly sought after because they make the coin unique. A coin with a noticeable error can fetch significantly higher prices than an error-free coin, especially if the error is rare or difficult to spot. If you think you have found an error in your 2001 Roosevelt silver dime, it's worth getting it professionally graded to determine its true value. Sometimes, minting errors can turn an ordinary coin into a true treasure. It's also important to pay attention to the mint marks on these coins. The mint mark indicates where the coin was produced. The 2001 Roosevelt silver dime was minted at various locations, including the Philadelphia Mint, which has no mint mark, the Denver Mint, which has a D mint mark, and the San Francisco Mint, which has an S mint mark. While all versions of the coin are valuable, those with the S mint mark tend to be a bit more coveted, as they were produced in smaller quantities compared to the other mints. Now, you might be wondering, how much is the 2001 Roosevelt silver 1 dime worth in today's market? Given its silver content, pristine condition, and rarity, the value can vary significantly. However, if you're fortunate enough to have a 2001 Roosevelt silver dime in exceptional, uncirculated condition, or with a rare minting error, you could be looking at a coin that is worth far more than its face value. And now, for the most exciting part of the video. If you happen to possess a 2001 Roosevelt silver 1 dime that's in perfect condition, or with an error that makes it unique, your coin could be worth $65,000. That's right, $65,000 for a single dime. It's amazing to think that a coin worth just 10 cents when it was minted could now command such a staggering amount. Whether you found it in a collection, got it in change, or stumbled upon it by chance, a 2001 Roosevelt silver dime could be a game-changing find. So, next time you go through your coin collection, or even sift through your change, take a moment to examine any 2001 Roosevelt silver dimes you have. If they're in mint or uncirculated condition, or if you spot any errors, you could be holding onto a coin worth a small fortune. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. If you enjoyed learning about the 2001 Roosevelt silver 1 dime and its incredible value, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on any of our exciting coin discoveries. Your next find could be worth $65,000. Happy hunting, and happy collecting!